Hello. This video is to the glory of God, the Father of all, and again about healing or curing or treating the bite of a tick or Lyme's disease properly, based on the Cayce readings. Now, who was Mr. Cayce? Mr. Cayce was an American healer. He healed incurable diseases that conventional school medicine wasn't able to heal at all. For instance, tuberculosis, child paralysis, bite of a tick, or what it's called nowadays, Lyme's disease. I was asked to do another video as to explain the reading a little further or to give more details as to how you can go about it at home to get rid of this ailment. I just did a video, unfortunately something went wrong with the recording. Okay, Mr. Cayce gave about 70 years a reading for a boy that was totally sick after the bite of a tick. Now, this is the reading. As we find, there are disorders in the general physical forces of the body. These, as we found, were produced by a bite on the body that injured a plexus center, causing that condition which exists with the locomotion of the body, thus deflecting the impulses of circulation through the system. As we would find that application that may aid in bringing a better normal condition for the body would be the low voltage of electrical vibration that may be had in a sinusoidal treatment, carrying the low impulses of circulation to the various portions of the body, thus annexing the anodes, the positive to the lower portion of the limbs, and the negative to the fourth lumbar plexus, and in the application to the arm or arms, for we would give it to both for a few minutes at each treatment. We would apply the positive to the wrist inside pulsation C, and the other anode to the brachial center of first and second between the first and second dorsal plexus. This treatment we would give every third day or twice each week. We would also give the radioactive appliance that carries the gold solution, attaching in this way the anode without the solution to the fourth dorsal, and the anode carrying the solution to the middle of the ankle, first on the one and then on the other, C, each limb for 20 to 25 minutes. Then attach the solution anode to the wrist, first on the one and then the other, keeping the anode without the solution on the fourth dorsal plexus C. This treatment we would give on those days when there is not the application of the reverse coil or low voltage of the sinusoidal treatment. We would at least every other day massage the whole of the cerebrospinal system from head to the base of the brain to the end of the spine with equal parts of olive oil and tincture of myrrh, adding to each tablespoonful of olive oil and myrrh 3 minims of oil of sassafras. Prepare the solution as it is to be used for each application. It will require, in the first few treatments, or for the first week, about 2 tablespoons full of the oil and myrrh. Heat the oil and add the myrrh. Only use what the body absorbs. C. We would also, when giving this treatment, massage to the end of the toes, that is along the whole of the lower limbs, C, and especially the soles of the feet, and around the ankle, and in those places where the burses of the feet would absorb, in which the solution would be effective, especially by the addition of the oil of sassafras. We would also do the same from the brachial center over the shoulders and to the tips of the fingers, especially in the elbow joints, underarms, shoulder blades, palms of hands, as in the lower limbs underneath, in the area of the plexus of the groins, and in the back portion of the hips, to the tips of the toes, especially though in the feet. In the diet, we would keep to those foods that are bodybuilding, assuring that the elimination are as near normal as possible. This condition is the result of the bite of a tick, ETCPP. Follow these suggestions, and after 26 treatments of the sinusoidal, we would give further instructions. Now this is how Mr. Cayce cured the bite of a tick some 70 years ago. What was possible back then is possible nowadays as well. Now I want to show you the appliances. This is the radioactive appliance. This is the German model. As you see, it is cylindrical in shape. You have to get the rubber tops to cover the electrodes. It's sort of made of steel. Further information gather from the internet about radioactive appliance or radial. I don't want to expose it too much to the laptop vibrations because they don't go well together. Keep these appliances away from television, handies and the like, especially when in use. What you got to do is you got to place this in a bucket with ice and water, more ice though than water, that holds about a gallon. And then wait for 20 minutes and it's active. You got to attach to it, as the reading said, this big anode is posed here. This is the cup applicator. Is supposed to carry the gold solution. Now you can either use gold chloride, gold sodium, or colloidal gold. Whatever works best with you. Mr. Cayce only referred to gold solution, so I suppose gold sodium, gold chloride, or colloidal gold would do. You need at least 2 ounces per treatment. Now this is the coil that would sort of be stuck into the solution jar, and then you have to attach the cables to the electrodes. It's very, very easy. Very, very easy. Now this is sort of the big cup applicator carries the solution, and the other anode, that's the red anode, either has a nickel plate, a German silver, or a copper plate. You can get the devices either from Ralf Emrich. He produces them in Germany. He's an electric engineer and he makes the devices handmade. They are very, very, very good quality and in exact specification as Mr. Cayce wanted them to have. The other appliances that are produced by Bar, they have been tested. This is, for instance, one appliance. I don't know if it's by Bar or from Cayce Cures. This is pyramid shaped like. It's not as good as the cylindrical application. And this has a little more charcoal. There were tests on YouTube as to the appliance, and the Bar appliance, I'm sorry, didn't stand the test in the YouTube video. They opened it and they found something warning in it. The other appliance that is mentioned is the low sinusoidal frequency device. Use a device. We have good generators that are called mini FGs based on Dr. Hulda Clark frequencies. Set them to 2 to 10 Hertz in a sinusoidal mode, or get a 10 EMS appliance. But make sure it does work in a sinusoidal mode and not in a square or triangular mode. Now, how the attachments are supposed to be made is also not very difficult. Ask a good osteopath to show you 3 things. You need the lumbar plexus. This is very easy to find. First, just take the hips, put your fingers on your hips, go to the back, straight, and then 2 fingers down. That's about the lumbar plexus. You also need the dorsal plexus. You need the first, second, in between, and you need the fourth. Now these 3 points you'd have to ask an osteopath, put on some band-aid, and then try to count them out for yourself at home. It's not a difficult thing to do. The treatment with the radioactive appliance takes about 80 minutes to 100 minutes. The other treatment is supposed to be a few minutes. Now it was a few minutes, about 3 minutes per length. You can buy the gold solution with the internet. Sassafras oil you can also buy with the internet. Make sure you don't get artificially created sassafras oil, but real sassafras oil. In Germany they've prohibited sassafras oil a few years ago. When you're lucky, you bought it some 10 years ago where it was still allowed to have small quantities of them. Elsewise, you can distill sassafras root and make your own oil, because sassafras root may be bought in Germany. Although all you'd need is a very, very small quantity, like 30 milliliters. The gold solution may be bought with bar.com. It's spelled BAAR.com, or Michael Fitz from Cayce Cures, the heritage store. Though they don't sell Cayce products anymore, though Michael Fitz, they still run a small shop in Virginia Beach that sells the items as well. They sell very, very good radioactive appliances. The radioactive appliances that may be purchased in Germany, I don't advertise these things. I want to help you to cure, to get healthy from Lyme's disease, because it is an evil, an abomination. It's an evil disease. The radioactive appliance costs about €160 or US dollars, and it's a monogram device. That is, you're not supposed to share it with others. I do have 2 advices. One has more charcoal, the other the regular charcoal in it. The low frequency generator may be had with eBay Germany, or ask a good American engineer what you could use. I'm sure they have good appliances also. They are fairly cheap. If you want to get a 10 EMS appliance, they cost about €20. The olive oil is fairly cheap. Also, please get organically grown olives. Crete's supposed to have very, very good olive oil, or that is produced in Crete, according to tests in Germany. The tincture of myrrh may be had of any good pharmacy, or with bar.com. And the sassafras oil may be had from Canada in small quantities. Termos City sells them with eBay. Now I hope this information was helpful in providing sick folk, those who have been made chronically diseased by the bite of a tick, a remedy to be followed at home easily. Even if you're very, very sick, you'll still be able to give yourself a massage every other day, or to attach yourself to an appliance. If it's too difficult, I'm sure you'll have a brother or sister or anyone who can help you attach the appliance. It's very, very easy to put the gold solution into the solution jar and then to attach the appliance to the respective limbs or to the back. It's not very, very difficult. One stays on the 4th dorsal anyway for about 80 minutes, and the other one circles the body from limb to limb and then to the arms. It's very easy also. Now I want to elaborate a little bit further on Lyme's disease, or the bite of a tick. One thing also Mr. Cayce once said, or I saw it in a reading, with olive oil heated is also an antibiotic. And you know, myrrh is also very, very antiseptic. And by means of the appliance, you also sort of get the olive oil and the myrrh further into the body, and to sort of get rid of the disease. It would take about 4 to 5 months. You can take 2 turns in case the first turn wasn't that promising. Yeah, I'd also like to elaborate on the radioactive appliance. It costs one time $160, that's okay. I've had an appliance anyway, it's good for meditation. You can attach to the appliance and listen to a King James Version audiobook, or study something from the Bible. You have to have quietness though when attached to it. You can use it for the general upkeep, then afterwards use it in cycles. Do not use it every day. Use it for a month and take a month off. Use it for a month, take a month off. Or for a few days off. Do not take it all the time. To that you keep up your general good health. It was also recommended, the appliance, to a lady that was very, very, very diseased, also in connection with olive oil and myrrh, to give good pickup to the soul. Now, I want to elaborate a little further on Lyme's disease. Mr. Cayce one time referred to these parasites. Maybe he may have talked about these. Even the Bible talks about terrible diseases that Jesus spoke about, and the Bible speaks about pestilences, earthquakes, rumors of war. I'm sure Lyme's disease, or the bite of a tick, is the number one culprit, or the number one pestilence mentioned in the Bible. It sort of unleashes stuff that is mentioned in the book of Revelation. Also, for your info, in Germany lots of people got amalgam fillings. Amalgam also triggers similar problems like Lyme's disease. Amalgam poisoning may be as severe as Lyme's disease, so you may also try this approach to detoxify your body and get back to health. The other thing is, the tick itself may be just the vector for an energy, for evil energy that's somewhere else in the cosmos or within. It is just the vector. Now, when a vampire, now don't get me wrong on this, Dr. Hildegard von Bingen, a famous healer of Germany, saw pathogens without a microscope as demons and vampires. Even the book of Job, recorded by Melchizedek or the son of Man respectively, spoke about vampires. Now this dubbing was done away with in later editions, though I'm sure the translators of the King James verse 6 and 11 were not dumb. They knew what they were translating. They were speaking about vampires. Now when someone else, a vampire, or negative energy, sucks up your good blood, so you lack proper circulation, assimilation, relaxation, elimination, for about 7 years. After 7 years, cells are rebuilt. A body needs about 7 years to rebuild cells and the like, to get the info. It's renewed every 7 years. Now when you've had Lyme's disease for 7 to 8 years, someone else, another creature, may have fed upon your good energy. And isn't it also referred to in the Bible that Satan himself transformed himself into an angel of light? Food for thought. Most definitely, Lyme's disease is the abomination disease, number one, mentioned in the Bible. Millions of people suffer from it all over the world. It is not just in Germany or USA, although rumor has it it was sort of manipulated by Nazi doctors. Now we're not supposed to bite back on evil, but we're supposed to overcome evil by good. I hope this treatment will help you to get back your health. And as a healer once put it, I heal myself, I heal a part of this planet. I hope you do not think that I want to sell the radioactive appliance. This is not my intention. I've seen videos of people suffering from Lyme's disease that only have a look at the ceiling or at the wall. That's the whole day. They lie in bed. They're incapable of doing much. So I'm sure you will have $160 to spend on a good radioactive appliance. Like I said, I'd recommend to you the German model. Ask me for the email address of Ralph Emmerich, and he can ship it to the USA or Canada or wherever in the world. The problem of Lyme's disease is not only a problem in Germany, but thousands of people suffer from it. The dark chiffre is enormous, but it's also in the United States, even in Africa and other places in the world. It's a worldwide problem that the doctors haven't come to grips with. the medicinal profession. Now I hope also the doctors or holistic practitioners watch this video or check out the Cayce reading that is in the other, that is also printed in my other video on Lyme's disease that is not as elaborated. And they can forward it to patients for them to give it a try. Lots of people spend millions, thousands of dollars on stupid therapies that has not helped. Antibiotics, holistic healers, holistic practitioners, naturopaths, appliances, zappers, blood zappers, to no avail. I hope this will help you as it did help others in the past, and that you will be back in shape very soon. Please do not hesitate to ask me any questions regarding the video. I do have a homeopathic or naturopathic background. I can assist you a little bit. Now this video cannot make any promises, and is not supposed to, and may not, though I'm sure that when you do apply properly, you will experience healing. I wish you a very, very, very nice day. May God bless.